Well, it's been nearly 30 days since Austin police officer Jeffrey Freeman shot and killed 17-year-old David Joseph. Police Chief Art Acevedo is here. You've talked about how this is a complicated investigation. Good morning, by the way.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you for being here. I want to talk about the 30 days. You gave yourself a deadline of that, and that's this week.
Yeah.
Are we on par to meet that deadline? Where do you stand right now in the investigation?
Well, I mean, I think the investigative process in terms of the front end of it with the investigators is pretty much wrapped up.
Okay.
But until myself and the command and executives team has an opportunity to review it in the chain of command, we won't know whether they've answered all the questions. We need to make sure that no stone's unturned. And like I told the community when this happened, that is, our 30-day is a goal.
Yeah.
But we're not going to artificially just cut off an investigation if there's more steps to be taken. So while I believe that we're right on par and on time and on schedule, if we need more time, I'll just release a statement as to that fact.
Okay.
And why we need it, and we'll take it from there. But so far, it looks like we're right on schedule.
So today you meet with your brass and you look at the internal affairs investigation report?
Hopefully today. I'm not sure if it's today or tomorrow, but
Okay.
hopefully sometime early this week, we will be getting a in-depth briefing. We will receive the report, and then we'll start looking through it right away.
When you start looking through it and say you think that everything is already in front of you and the questions have been answered, do you then take time to think about what kind of action you want to take next, or can we expect that to be a speedy process too?
Well, listen, I'm not the kind of guy that's going to sit there and vacillate and not make a decision. We will look at it. If there's a need for what we call disciplinary review hearing, we will schedule one. If there's not, then we'll close it out. And so there's a process that has to occur, and we're confident that that process is taking place in a timely manner, but most important that the investigation is comprehensive, thorough, and impartial.
Okay, with something like community policing that you've been an advocate for, would that prevent something like shootings from happening in the future?
Well, I think that to me, listen, what people don't understand is that we live in a society where it's imperfect. The human condition is an imperfect condition, and you will never eliminate officer-involved shootings. If you look at what's going on in our country this year, it's really disappointing to me that we've had a myriad of police officers gunned down and killed. About a 500% increase in the attacks on police officers and ambush of police officers. Nobody's talking about it. You know, all we're talking about is this what I call a false narrative of policing is broken when it is not. It's imperfect, just like the human condition, but police officers, it's a fact still to this day. The vast majority of the 800,000 police officers were served 25 to 30 years without ever seriously injuring anybody, never shooting at anybody.
Right. And
they're absolute professional and dedicated, and we should not lose sight of the fact that we need to lift those officers up. So I started a little Twitter campaign, thumbs up for the blue.
Thumbs up for the
when you
blue.
see an officer doing something and just hang in there, just give them a thumbs up to let them know that they matter too.
Nice, okay.
Yeah.
Also on social media, you had linked up an article that talked about traffic stops by police officers and how maybe the data collects and presents an unfair picture of racial profiling.
Yeah.
Was that anticipation of the Police Monitor's report that is coming out this week? Are you expecting it to be critical of traffic stops at APD?
No, I mean, listen, my part of my job as a police executive is to always keep abreast of what's going on in the world. I saw that article, I read it, and I always just post things all the time for the community members to read and make their own decisions. It's important when you look at racial profiling data, you know, we are a huge region and we are the center of that region. So you can't just say, well, we're at 7% population or B population, therefore we have 10%. Because the bottom line is people are working here, visiting here, driving through here. So you just have to be careful. You don't jump to many conclusions. And I think that's what that article is talking about. So no, I don't anticipate anything bad. We already looked at our data, and actually I think it's pretty reflective of the community that we serve.
Okay, Chief, it's always a pleasure talking to you.
Same here. All right.
All right.
Happy South by Southwest, everybody. Be good out there.
You're going to be out there, right?
Oh yeah, we on my bike tomorrow.
Oh,
so.
I thought you were going to enjoy the music.
Oh, no. Looking for this big heavy set guy with the wide load on the bike. That's not that funny.
Well, we're going